All right, I think I resolved it. I did. Right? Right? You can hear me now, right? Can you hear me? Hello? Oh my gosh, you guys have no idea what I was talking about for the last 2 minutes. All right, but thank you for the heads up, Connor. Appreciate it. You guys are the freaking best. Let's go. Fire it up, footballers. All right, so we got a barn burner. We're going to be deconstructing MLS, who you should be betting on in the coming games as we approach MLS Cup's playoffs. The end of the season. And that's also Chicago Fire trending downwards. Shaqiri packing his bags and on his way to Switzerland. Flying a plane all the way over there. Is he coming back? We don't know. We'll discuss that with DPG. Ah! Whew. Slight adjustment there. Ivan! So, whoa. All right, chat. Just gotta make a little, touch move, right? Oh, that's why you're getting yanked. My camera is getting the old... You guys can barely see me. I'm like a ghost. Connor, what's up, Angus? What's up, Archduke? Hope you guys are well. I'm doing quite well. Hopefully you guys are doing well as well. It's Wednesday. So, we'll be breaking down MLS, taking a look at what to expect coming for playoffs, as well as talking about Chicago Fire and what went wrong. As well as looking at Shaqiri. Will he be returning from Switzerland? Don't know. Probably. But don't know. We'll discuss that with DBG. Also, we have Uncle Tommy stopping by, and he is the bet extraordinaire. You better believe, for NFL and for all things, basketball season is going to be coming right around. Hockey season coming right around. Some tips, hints, and tricks to get you ahead if you want. It's a fun little thing. That's not something that you got to go do, but it's just something just fun to dabble in if you're able to. But if you can't, get out. That's how I feel about the old gambling. You can only gamble what you can afford to lose. Is my mic still on mute? My mic? Is my mic still on mute? What? What? Well, All right, let's listen to this. Fun little thing. That's not something. Oh no, it works. Hi, Mike. Hello. Oh, okay, cool. Oh. Okay, cool. We're back. It is fine. We're good. We're good on both ends. Just making sure. All right, chat. Oh fuck. All right, let's listen to this. Whoa. That came out and shocked me. Thank you, Angus. Thank you, Connor. Thank you, everybody in the chat for stopping by. Sorry, my view was not live. Don't worry about it. We caught back up. We figured it out. Adira ensnared. Ooh. Get it going. Click. Yeah. And let's gun it for a little solo action. Guys, Chicago Fire, I've lost the plot. They're eliminated from the playoffs. Did you guys see it coming? We all did. We saw it early on in the season. We were listening to Brian Sandolau, some of the other people of the media talk about what went wrong with Chicago Fire. The signs were there early. We all saw it. We knew that bringing back Georg Heitz, question number one, was that the right move? That was the first thing that we're like, we're not so sure about that. And then what happened? You guys seeing the screen flicker? Like, what's going? Is it just me? I'm getting some gnarly screen flicker here. All right, let's. Maybe I just need to load some textures. Look at that. There we go. PPG will be arriving soon. 10-year season ticket holder. But the word on the street is Shaqiri coming back to MLS? Does he want to play with Gareth Bale, Leo Messi next year? I think he does. I think he does. Why would he not? Guys, I'm having a weird visual glitch. I just wonder if you're seeing this too. I'm getting this. This is nuts. I've never had this happen to me. My screen is just very much upset with me. I have to reset the game real quick. Not a problem. Not a problem. But I mean, yeah, I'm getting some weird... Like the screen wasn't doing that before. I moved something? Did I unplug something? E or whatever that is. Cool. Oops. Dude, the screen hitching is fucking me up. Alright, let's figure out this screen hitch. What is this? Huh? I think I might have solved it. Because I'm not getting what I feel like. Oh, there it is. Still there. Whatever. We're gonna live. Anyway, back to it. So, fantasy football's been going on too. It's been quite fantastic. Very much been enjoying the season we've been putting together. Of course, we play in a Superflex league, which is a little different, and kind of like a 2 QB league in a way. But there's of course other rules. And let's go up here. Is that okay? Yeah, we're still not in. Break him down. Give me the toilet. Oh, good old blue boy. All right, so we can drop you in. We'll bring you over there. Drop for bananas. Soak it up. Dude. So Chicago has been hot as heck. I don't know how it has been out there in St. Louis or Ohio, of where you guys are all at. California, Venezuela. But in Chicago, it's been surprisingly warm. The other day, it hit 100 out here. Well, in the suburbs of Chicago, that is. In the city, it was actually quite cool. Being nice right by that lake. Some of the hitching and some of the issues I was experiencing earlier do seem to have reduced, which is critical. Oh, got shots fired. Shots fired! Shots fired, chat! Let's head on in! Who are you gonna do? Oh, Dispardy, Huskardy! We're gonna go! Give me a, ooh, let's suck it up, suck it up. Suck it up, come on. Tasty, tasty stuff. Oh, what's that? Little thingamabomb? Alright, let's see how it is. Let's see how it is. What is that? Ooh, Shoddy Bugatti! Do we want it? Do we need it? We'll take it because that's, wait, for the blue? We could use a little mats. Turn up the mats. I'm just not so sure about, are you shooting at me? Are you shooting at me? You thought you'd shoot at me, but not today. You're gonna go down in the way that I say to you today. We're gonna take you down the way. Hey, what's up, everybody? I got up to 96 yesterday out in St. Lou. I know it is now raining and cooling down rapidly. Okay, I don't know what just happened, but something just happened. Like, did I like... Guys. What? What just... That was cool. Alright. We just like phased through. Right? Nope. We'll pick that up. Chrome splash. What is this? Oh, what is this? Like splash? What am I? I'm like a splash? Weird. Still don't get it. Maybe one day I will. Dude, 96 is hot. You got and the Mississippi River, it ain't there with all those beaches, really. Pull you off. It's like you got to go to a pool. Can I phase through this wall? Yes. Interesting. Somebody over here. Ah, avoid it. No, we're good. We're good. We can go. Boy. Boy. Who are you? What the hell are you? I see. That's cool. Don't know what it is, but cool. Interesting. Little upgrade on the old shoddy. We're gonna take it to the end of the road. Oh, I haven't unlocked this. Time to do-si-do. All right, guys. Fires suck. They're gonna have to move out of Soldier Field. It looks like I don't know what Soldier Field is gonna do as far as a tenant. Bears are gone. I mean, St. Louis needs a soccer team, but they're not coming over here. They just got one in St. Louis. That's exciting. Do you think St. Louis ever gets a football team back? An NFL team? I mean, it supports St. Louis Cardinals. There is no St. Louis basketball team, right? So, but St. Louis is a pretty big city. Best way to cool down in St. Louis is going into air conditioning. Oh shit. Good, I phased away from those motherfuckers. Oh, we'll pick you up. Or they're not after me, are they? Oh, I can phase out of here. Right? Phase. We're phasing now. Interesting. Come on out. Unphase. Unphase. I'm just trying to collect some ammo. Ooh, look out for some gold. Make me dangerous. 22 people left. Wow, alrighty. Blew by, actually. Kind of unexpected, chat. It depends. They might if the owners plan to pay for the next stadium instead of the taxpayers. That's the problem, though, isn't it? It's like they're like, oh yeah, the taxpayers, but not all the taxpayers are taking advantage of the facilities, and not all of them are getting the advantages that come with it. It's like, it's such bullshit when they make the community pay. Make the owners pay for their gosh damn stadiums, unquestioned. Look at Bridgeview. Bridgeview was on the hook there for a hot minute. It still is in trouble. I mean, they have a stadium that, and like, what are they gonna do? It's like, it's new. It's not bad. It's not falling into disrepair, but it's also just like not good enough for a pro team, for a respectable pro team anyway, right? And therein comes the problem. Shit. That hurt. And therein comes the problem. Ah! Buddy, I don't need your problems. I don't need your problems. Let's hit that up. Let's hit that up. 100% agree.
It's unquestionable. Like, how does it even enter the can't hold more? How does it even enter the conversation that we common people are paying for this sports stadium? The athletes with their $1 million contracts could pay for them, right? But the thing about that is, what we don't, even a lot of these athletes with those contracts, they still have a lot of people they have to pay and support, businesses as well. Proper investment. Probably head into zone. St. Louis's old stadium was a piece of garbage. Reports Angus. Have not been there. I've been to Louisiana. I've been to New Orleans Stadium, which is a dome. And that was basically all I could compare the greatest show on turf to. Have I been? No. I've been to that stadium. I don't know what for. Oh! I don't know what for I was at that stadium. Why is there like a whole group of people here? Oh wait, that's right. It's like the final 13. Makes sense. We are ready. Spit a little fire, chat. Let's take it down. So Philadelphia, you gotta watch out for Philadelphia. Is it Philadelphia Union's year? It's always been, we've always been asking. We're like, oh, can they put it all together? Not so sure if they can. Montreal is definitely a threat, especially with an outbound George Mayo with something to prove. Watch out for Montreal. New York Red Bulls, you can't sleep on them. I am totally discounting New York City. Don't even waste your money. They're not repeating. They're not coming back. It's over. It's over. This season, it's over for New York City. Orlando City, it's over. Cincinnati, it's over. Inter Miami, it's over. The only ones that really have a chance over here in the Eastern Conference is Philadelphia, Montreal, and New York Red Bulls. Now, if Columbus sneaks into the playoffs, into that final spot, count them as one of the contenders. Book it. Yo, yo, yo. Uncle Tommy. Woo! Take your time. The new soccer stadium in St. Louis is 100% self-funded. The owners, Enterprise Leasing, from the get-go said that they're going to pay for it themselves. That's huge. And that takes the burden off the community. Rightfully so. All right, chat. All right, chat. Let's see. So that's my prediction for the Eastern Conference. You got Philadelphia, Montreal, New York Red Bulls, and Columbus. Those are the real contenders. Over in the Western Conference, you got LAFC. The choke artists. They've been choking games. They've been throwing them away. However, if Gareth Bale, with Champions League experience, Champions League winning, Champions League goal scoring, game-winning goal scoring experience, and he still got it. Along with Carlos Vela, yeah, you got to watch out for LAFC. Austin, respectable. FC Dallas, respectable. FC Nashville, respectable. Portland, maybe. Minnesota, it'd surprise me. It really would. But it really would surprise me. But would it surprise you? Yes, I think it would. LA Galaxy, no. Real Salt Lake, no. Nah. Seattle Sounders, no, they're done. They didn't make it. They're not going to make it to the playoffs, surprising as it sounds. But these new stadiums, they all have to be owner funded in some capacity, team funded. The people, because if you want to make the taxpayers pay that, then we get tickets, right? Then we get some sort of benefits. I don't need to get cheaper tickets. I want to get residuals, money, a portion of the funds. Say you live in Alaska, you get like $3,000 a month or something, or $3,000 a year from the government, from living in Alaska, from their oil funds, which doesn't seem like enough. Make buku bucks out there on that stuff. They're a good company to work for, though. Hopefully that will show with their soccer ops. Portland is experienced. They do well in the playoffs, but they don't have Caleb Porter. Therein lies the difference, I feel like, for Portland. If they had Caleb Porter, I might be more inclined to agree that Portland has a larger chance to go far. Hey, they're making the playoffs. They are going to have a shot, whether or not I say so or not. I just see them as less likely as having a shot. The most likely, LAFC, Austin. I think Nashville's more likely than Dallas. Portland you got a great argument, and because they got a solid offense, good midfield, good defense. They're solid. They're just solid. They're not going to overly wow you. LAFC will. Think about the past winners. They all had somebody that would wow you. I don't know if Portland, with an aging, well, Diego Chara is still awesome, but I mean, and Yimi Chara, Yimi Chara still go. Blanco is okay, is aging. Oh, Neat Skoda, I like Neat Skoda. Claudio Bravo, huh? They're a good team. Justin Rasmussen, David Bingham, they're definitely a quality team. Better than I'm giving them credit for, but I mean, so let's see. You got Yimi Chara on that left wing. Santiago Moreno. You got the other Chara, Diego. The midfield. Yeah, but that's kind of like the heart of their team. They're just a good, solid soccer team. Do they have a chance? At the end of the day, yes, because they're a good, solid soccer team. I don't think they're better, though, than LAFC. All things considered, at the end of the day, when you're going to stack all the chips on the table, when all of these guys are running their hardest, you have Gareth Bale not saving it in the tank anymore and going for it. But is Gareth Bale going to be going for it? He has a World Cup. Keep in mind, he has a World Cup coming up. Is Gareth Bale going to risk injury in the MLS Cup, MLS playoffs to really, and possibly risk his last World Cup or one of his last World Cups? Because he is getting up there in age. I mean, he's 33 years old, right? This is possibly his last cup.
Are we talking about Shaq?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale. This is probably Gareth Bale's last World Cup too. So how likely does he want to go out there and possibly push himself to injury, and going for an MLS Cup here in the next few months?
That I don't know. I think a lot of these guys that have World Cups lined up at the end of the year, they're probably using the MLS right now as like a training session. You know, Bale comes out of the bench. You know, so
yeah, he has been, but Chiellini's been starting way more minutes.
Yeah, so,
did anybody see that coming?
Yeah. But hi everyone.
Hey DBG, what's up?
Not much. How are you, James? How are you tonight?
I'm doing okay. I'm getting better all the time, I hope. It's football season, fantasy football. I'm feeling good this year. Last year was not my year. It was clear early. It was not my year, and this year it's starting a little different, so I'm feeling good.
That's right. You're a betting man. I got.
Yeah, yes and no. It's like yes and no.
I mean, as you already, I think I've mentioned it before. I think the only sport that I will passionately follow, and sometimes I'll just watch if it's on TV and I'm bored, is soccer. That's it. Don't care much for. I mean, I guess I could watch a little bit of baseball, but I really don't care much for football.
I like going
Don't
to the
care much-
baseball game, like that type of experience. Little, with the family, go have a hot dog. It costs $1 bazillion. You gotta save up for it. It's like a mini vacation now.
Not. I mean, I'm not a big football fan. I mean, I'll watch the Bears. That's about it. But if you were to ask me who plays for what team, I'm sorry, I couldn't answer that for you.
It wasn't always that way for me, but dude, I have fallen in love with football and NFL football for that matter.
Yeah, I think it's mostly just I guess the way growing up, my dad was the one that introduced me to soccer at an early age, so that always stuck with me. You know how people say, I go fishing, but I hate fishing, but I do it because I used to take it when I was a kid, type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't hate soccer. I actually love it, and I enjoy it. And as you already know, having season tickets for the Fire since 2011, despite the fact that this has been a miserable decade, I still support them.
Well, in our heads, we want to support our local team. We want success for our local team because, like, you support an outside club, right? I like Manchester United, right. And so, like, but at the same time, I don't feel as connected with them as I do with the Fire, just because of that locality.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is that I used to follow a lot of the European leagues, a lot of European teams. I actually, funny you mentioned Manchester United. I used to follow Manchester United when I was a lot younger. I actually, I said this before. My favorite all-time soccer player of all time is Eric Cantona.
I love Cantona too. I very much enjoy Cantona.
That guy, in a lot of ways, he was probably ahead of his time. But to this day, a lot of people consider him like the guy that pushed Manchester United to the next level, like the catalyst. Everybody thinks about Giggs, everybody thinks about Beckham, Roy Keane, all those guys. Yeah, Eric Cantona literally pushed them to the next level.
Cantona was a different player, and you don't see that type of player is rare because he plays with an edge, but he has the talent to back it up. Yeah.
So, yeah, he plays with an edge. He has a lot of flair.
Same thing with Will Keane. Both of them, I kind of put in that type of player.
He had a lot of technique with him. The guy shooting, it wasn't an issue for the guy. It seems anywhere he kicked the ball, it'd go in. And he was the type of player that if he got fouled, he just didn't stay on the ground. He got up. The other day, I saw a video with Vinnie Jones.
Oh, you're talking Jones about this. Yeah, we love Vinnie Jones. Actor turns soccer player turned actor.
Vinnie Jones was known for like a hard tackler, like borderline football tackle. And there was a video where he literally tackles or hacks the hell out of Cantona. And instead of Cantona just like rolling on the ground, he gets up pissed, but he doesn't want to do anything because Cantona's smart. He doesn't want to get him going, so he walks away. But that was Vinnie Jones. That's the kind of player that Cantona was. Now it seems that everybody gets tackled a little, or gets tapped, and all of a sudden they're rolling on the ground like they broke their knee. But yeah. So you want to kick it off with the Fire?
Well, I was gonna say you're talking about how your dad introduced you to soccer. I introduced my dad to soccer. All my buddies in grade school were playing soccer, and they were talking about it, and I was like, well, what? I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, soccer. And like, how are you not in? And then boom, I got signed up basically like that, and I got pretty good at it. And then my brother, he's much better than I at it. He eventually surpassed me and became like really, really good playing for the Chicago Magic, playing with players who played for the Chicago Fire, like Eric Duty and Harrison Shipp and Harry Shipp. My brother played with them.
Duty. There you go.
Sorry, Patrick Duty. Yeah, he played with them. And my dad ended up coaching soccer and winning championships, becoming a coach in soccer. He also coached me in hockey. He won championships in hockey. He was a really good coach. Like, he could hop into a sport and just figure it out and figure out how to win. Plus, you know,
Yeah.
a couple other factors. When your kid's decently talented, you know, that definitely helps.
Yeah. So the funny thing about me, funny you mentioned you were talking about that, is I really wanted to get in a soccer club when I was younger. You know, when I was 8, 9, 10 years old. I remember asking my parents for it, but at the time,
Yeah.
both my parents were factory workers. You know, one of them will work first shift, the other one worked second shift, so there wasn't a whole lot of time for them to take me to practice.
DPG, were you in America already at this point?
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, like I said, I came here when I was 2 months old.
Okay, because I just think about, because my grandma came over. She always tells a story. When she first moved, she didn't speak a word of English. A little boy in Chicago taught her how to speak English, and just from a 30-year-old Polish lady, and now she speaks great English. But it's just like I always think about families when they move over to America. They're in such a different place
Yeah. Yes.
because of that initial language barrier and how they have to overcome it.
So it's kind of like a weird situation for me. I want to say this. I'll go ahead and say it. So my dad came here when he was a teenager. He actually went to high school here in Chicago.
Oh wow.
So him and my mom, they met here. My mom, I think at the time she was visiting from Honduras. So I guess they met here, hit it off, got married. But my mom, technically, she didn't have she wasn't a resident. She was, I guess you could say, she was borderline here legally.
Once they got married. Oh shit. Oh yeah.
So but they got married. My mom went back to Honduras. She was pregnant with me. I was born over there. So my dad literally went over there to get us, came back, and I think my first photo was like a green card.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So, and then my two younger brothers were born here. They were actually born in the same
This is a
hospital.
cool story, DPG. This is awesome.
So, my dad didn't really grow up here. He came here when he was a teenager, but he always liked soccer because in Honduras they like soccer.
Even though he grew up here, so that had to be different too. With him being but they had the Sting and all stuff. So
Yeah, my dad has told me he actually went to go see the Sting once. He went to go to see the Sting once. He actually played from what he told me, he played high school soccer at Clemente back in the early 80s.
DPG, how many people do you think were playing soccer back then? Not as many as they were like today. I can't imagine.
Exactly. So, so going back to me, I didn't really get a chance to experience that whole youth club soccer.
Okay.
I mostly played pickup games with friends in my alley or my backyard, and it wasn't until high school where I actually joined my high school team. I will admit I wasn't that good, but I kind of. So the funny thing about the high school team, I went to Steinmetz in Chicago. When I got there, we didn't really have a coach, so everybody just kind of did their own thing. All we did was just like scrimmages. When we finally got a real coach, ironically happened to be my cousin's boyfriend, who used to go to Steinmetz and had graduated already, and it just happened that he wanted to take up coaching, and the coach at the Steinmetz offered him the job.
And something was different, though. You're saying something was clearly different about his coaching style, immediately noticeable.
I think the first day he coached us, oh my God, he put us through the ringer. We were running laps around the track field. We were doing all sorts of stretching, stuff that we were not doing, 2 weeks prior.
Yeah.
And
oh my gosh, wow. Yeah, some of the basics even.
Yeah, so we were doing the basics. And it's funny how, it was a big group of, people. There was a big group of players. I want to say there was 30 people that wanted to be part of the soccer team. I think after that first day, it must have shrunk down to a good 20, 18 people.
It's a heck of a workout.
Because the next day it was the same thing. But it's funny how, a change of coach can change stuff like that.
That's one thing you definitely picked up in soccer through the years, is how the coach, where the orders are coming up, literally changes the culture. I've seen it happen on teams I've been a part of, and teams that I've seen my loved ones, people I love, and friends be a part of too. And they have the wrong voice in there, the wrong idea, and then you get the right idea in there. And the funny thing about the right idea is sometimes the right idea is only the right idea for like a year.
Yeah.
And sometimes it is like just the right idea at the perfect time, and then that idea actually doesn't work again. Because that right idea was kind of a rigid idea, and it worked perfectly for the talented that 1 year, but talent changes year to year in that cycle, that 4-year cycle of high school, of college, of pros. Your talent changes.
And this is why I always say, because remembering back from my high school days in the soccer team, freshman year or whatever, we had a lot of good players. Like, if these guys would have stayed a little bit more disciplined, if they were really under like a strict sporting curriculum with soccer, sometimes you might see that in the suburbs. These guys could have easily gone to like Division I team, but it didn't work out that way, And that's the thing I always say, that in the city, there's so much talent that if you get some of these kids and like in a strict soccer regiment under a right program from the Fire, from the Magic, whichever youth club team wants to take them in, you could literally, develop so much talent. It's not even funny anymore.
DPG, I've played soccer with like so many talented motherfuckers and like pickup ball that like guys that like, I'm like, how are you not like, they were like little Leo Messi's. And they were like 8 years old. I was like 12, 14. But it was like what they were able to do was insane. And I'm like, where are those guys in our soccer system? There's like that was the type of talent that should have been really, I don't know, honed and brought along. But somehow, like, the way the U.S. soccer system is set up, not conducive to getting that talent and letting it trickle down to them. Somehow.
Yeah. And this is why, places like England, Spain, Italy, they churn out so much talent, because instead of, the parents paying to put their kid in a soccer program,
right,
it's the other way around. Clubs will literally
the clubs are looking for talents that they could sell.
Yeah, clubs are literally giving contracts. Okay, we think you're great. How about you sign a contract? We'll give you some money. Play with us. We'll develop you and see where it goes.
The difference is definitely the coaching in America. That's a huge difference. I mean, one of the things I'm realizing, I see it in my dad and my dad's ability to win championships in multiple sports. I think the best coaches, and we were talking about it, the best coaches know how to adapt to the talent they have on their team.
Yep.
They really do. That's what distinguishes the great versus the one-trick ponies. And you know who's a great example of that is John Harbaugh of the Baltimore Ravens. That dude is one heck of a coach. When I think of one of the better coaches in the NFL, maybe you don't think about it, it's John Harbaugh. And he always gets that team to be better than the sum of its parts. And that's a sign of a great coach that can just get the most out of their talent. My dad had a way of hiding, in hockey, the ankle benders. Sometimes you hide the ankle benders with the best players. It just depends on the situation.